I wanted to separately address the Couran't question about the labor aspects of the budget and taxation. So, at the 100-day, at the 1 year, at the multi-year mark, here's what voters can expect of me if elected governor. 1 year in, 100 days in. CBAC remains unaltered. Entrepreneurial state employees are going to be completing, by April is my request, their private restructuring proposals. They can start in November, and they should. They can take the best talent that they know that's around them, those who work really well, those who are bright, those who are assiduous, those who get along with them. Take the best technology that they know. Make the best organization possible to serve their mission to the state, and possibly send it to other states or help privately beyond the state's mission. These department heads and entrepreneurial employees who aren't even heads are able to peel themselves off from the state's boundaries. This is a beautiful thing for state employees who know how to do things better, and there are a lot of them. And it's a system right now that stifles their creativity and their challenges and their abilities. So we can make it more like private. They can get paid more like private. They're going to always have that option with me. At the 100, let's go to the year mark. Give it 12 months. Where are we with labor? CBAC still remains unaltered. But some employees are going to jump to those more attractive entrepreneurial departments that are now up and running with state backing. And my backing is this, that the state is going to give you deep need loan if you really are in trouble, okay? You're expecting to not need the state. But if we have a 2008 style depression, then we're going to back you up. That allows you to make investments like private firms do with a little bit of extra cushion that you're not looking at a sneering bank that's going to say, no, who are you? We at the state know who you are, know what you're trying to do, and do have the resources in an emergency to back you up. Call it corporate welfare. I'm okay with that because it is better than the current welfare that we have now, which has a lot of waste and a lot of lassitude. State employees at the 1 year mark and retirees are offered pension buyouts. This is going to greatly reduce our pension obligations. Connecticut becomes more attractive to future bond buyers, and I expect more attractive to businesses that say, this state's finally got its act together. We do want to open a division in Connecticut after all. All right, finally, to the multi-year mark. Connecticut is again wealthy enough that it can afford to pay its good employees really well. We become the top payer for talent. We're like the Yankees of the pre-salary cap era. We're really good. People want to be with us. We pay really well. We're actually a lot like Singapore under former President Yu, who literally attracted top Asian talent into his bureaucracy to make Singapore really the gem of the East. Okay, Hong Kong's close. Singapore, wealthier, freer, better. Citizens here are proud to have an assiduous state workforce. We are happy to be paying well because we're getting back a lot. We're happy to be part of a state that works. Most state workers at this point have chosen a buyout for their health plans as well. And they're now saving and spending as they choose. So, CBAC, that feared 2021 CBAC chop, has very little effect because caring, talented, diligent employees have salaries paid privately by the heads of the former non-necessary departments. The not-so-good employees, but who've gotten their acts together, they've been poached by these department heads. They're being well employed. Those incorrigibly bad employees, and I don't think there are many of them, they're no longer on the state payroll. Okay, they're done. I'm of the opinion that this group numbers fewer than 100. It's the system that's what's bad. Good people in a bad system don't operate really well. We're changing the system. Thus, almost everybody who's been employed by the state stays employed but done better for themselves and all of us. This evolving system is approaching the free market. The free market helps employees be at their best. The free market allows that if the state's offer is then not so good, the employees are skilled enough and able enough to jump to private. Fine. We are melding the private and the public except for the absolutely necessary services. That's the way government is supposed to work. There will be new projects that could be staffed by state employees. They get requested by, well, not by the governor, not by the General Assembly, but by RFPs from the groups that want to fund them. They become paid for by those taxpayers who say, we want this. We request of them and charitable organizations you can join in. How about restoring foundations that are crumbling in eastern Connecticut? How about clearing sick trees that are going to cost municipalities a lot of money? How about burying power lines, which is going to make long-term savings that we should have done long ago? Those are RFPs that our state workforce is going to be more and more qualified for and eager to do. I look forward to this restructuring of labor. It had to be done somewhere before 2021. The Supreme Court decision has made an extra prod to all unions, private and public. But for the public, I'm helping you to be really good. Thanks for listening. I look forward to telling more. Thanks for listening. If these ideas are provocative, revealing, they're very realistic, I'd like you to see more. Go to thecurrent.com or stewartforliberty.com. Thank you. Have a great September.